Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my Michael Schumacher Formula 1 2020 My Career Mode. We are at the Monaco Grand Prix for what is, I'm expecting to be a very difficult Grand Prix weekend. If there's one circuit on the F1 calendar I do not look forward to, it is Monaco. So much so that after this first year, it's probably never going to appear on my Formula 1 calendar ever again, as I will probably end up removing it. But anyway, I'm going to try and do my best and see how long I last for in the race before I crash into a wall or get taken out by one of the other drivers. You know, I'm not expecting good things here. I'm going to set my car up a little bit and see basically maximum downforce setup that I can, increase the ride height a bit because obviously Monaco is bumpy, take all the pressures off, give us as much tyre contact with the ground as possible.
The session has drawn to a close, so let's review our top three. Hamilton, Bottas and Sebastian Vettel.
You'll notice that practice
one,
I'm not in the top 14.
Next time, goodbye.
I don't even feature in the top 14 after first practice. My best lap time was a 1 minute 14.5. That is shocking. Yeah, not good. Not good. Tried doing all my qualifying programs.
Let's have your take on it. You really put a lot of effort into practice today. Are you testing new components?
Not really, because we didn't get any upgrades for this race, but the one thing I did want to do was get my research points to invest in upgrades for other races.
You left some bodywork out there on the track. Were you struggling for grip?
Yes, I was struggling for grip, Claire. Again, the lack of aero and the heavy car is not great for Monaco. Definitely not great for Monaco. So we head into practice 2 and then practice 3, and I completed all the programs. We got some R&D points between us. I didn't get a lot of acclaim. But by the end of practice 3 I was a little bit more comfortable with the car setup, I'll be honest. Going into qualifying, I am expecting to make it to maybe Q3, if I'm being honest. Q1's the worst bit. Q1 is the worst bit because that's where you're most likely to get knocked out, it seems. But basically what I'm doing is I'm going to fit all my engine parts, new engine bits and bobs. Actually, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave the energy store and control electronics on part 1 because they don't have a lot of wear. So yeah, we're not going to take loads of new bits into qualifying and the race. So we're going to leave that on parts 1. We will just use some of the new stuff in other bits. Gearbox wise, I'm actually sticking with the first gearbox for the race. I'm not taking a new gearbox. The reason for that is if I do have a shockingly bad race, I don't want to risk damaging my gearbox and then having to take a third gearbox out of sequence and then taking a penalty. If I'm going to crash at Monaco, I would rather crash with the gearbox that's already done 6 races and is crapped out. So that when I take I could take a new gearbox then at the next race without penalty. Excuse me. So anyway, Q1, just managed to scrape through. into Q2, finished 13th. Quite a few noticeable names there. Lando, Carlos and Danny Rick failed to make it to Q2. I did, just by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Practiced qualifying 2, much better performance in qualifying 2, managed to put it on P6. Roman managed to get P7, so both of us are primed nicely for what looks to be a good placement in the race, good grid position.
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves
at the end of
our
Q3,
top
that's
three.
exactly where we finished.
Leclerc and Max Verstappen.
P8,
With
P6 and
qualifying wrapped
P7.
up, we now have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no
And if
doubt
anybody
be a
takes any penalties, we
fantastic
might
race.
move up a little bit. We might get a little bit of a bump up the grid even higher. But honestly, starting P6 for this race is a lot better than I thought.
Really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy. It's been a great qualifying session for you. Are you going to carry that momentum into the race? How do you feel the competition is for you this season?
It's been great so far. It's a challenge, but we're just starting to we're just starting to get into a bit of a groove now. We've managed to beat Nicholas Latifi in qualifying, which means we're very close to winning the rivalry. I only need 3 more points to beat him. So our claim is just steadily rising. Hopefully I'll be able to hit level 8 by the time contract negotiations come round, and I'll be able to demand some more money from the team. A lot more money. So let's head into the race, boys and girls. And let's see how it goes. Like I say, P6 I'm blown away with. I was not expecting that. I was expecting disaster.
Nelson Piquet once said that driving the Circuit de Monaco was like
We've
riding a
definitely
bicycle around your
outperformed
living
myself.
room. And it's not hard
Oh,
to
I
see
still
what he
don't
means
like the
by
track.
that.
Still
There's
don't
no more
like the
prestigious a
circuit,
Grand Prix
but
victory than Monaco, but
you know,
also none so challenging.
we'll take it.
We're on the French Riviera once more this weekend at the 2-mile-long Circuit de Monaco. The cars climb around 40 metres up through Beau Rivage, onto the casino, and then descending down towards the harbour through Sector 2. It's a very short run from pole position to the first of the 19 corners here.
Yeah,
7
not a
to the
lot of
left
room
and
on the start
11
and
to the
finish straight
right.
to get any
There's
overtaking
one single
done.
DRS zone as well, so don't expect that to make overtaking any easier today.
Yeah, there's not going to be a lot of overtaking, I don't think.
Joining us today to oversee all the thrills and spills, it's Anthony Davidson. And great to see you. How are you feeling about the race today, and how are the circuit conditions from what you've seen?
Well, it's looking a bit cold out there, if I'm honest. These tyres have quite a narrow operating window in terms of the temperatures they need to extract the best grip. So with a cold track surface, it's going to be harder to keep those temperatures up, which will lead to lower grip and maybe more mistakes.
I'm so
Before we
glad I
begin,
qualified
let's
on the
take a
soft
quick look at
tyres.
the
I
grid
didn't
lineup for
try any
today's
gambling
race.
to try and
Lewis
put
Hamilton
myself on
lines up
mediums or
pole
anything.
position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Albon, Schumacher and Grosjean. Vettel, Gasly, Kvyat,
been promoted.
and Lance Stroll, Perez, Leclerc,
That's because
Kimi
Leclerc
Raikkonen,
took a
and
penalty.
Giovinazzi, Russell,
Right, okay.
Sainz, Daniel Ricciardo,
Charles
and
took a
Lando
penalty.
Norris. Latifi
Right,
and Esteban
okay.
Ocon rounds off the grid.
So
And
me and
now
Roman
it's time
start
to
5th
head
and
down to the
6th,
track.
third row lockout. Nice.
Now that
Very
we've got some
nice.
points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
We will try to do that, Jeff. I'm just going to take some extra fuel. A couple of laps worth so I can run plenty of rich mix. I'm just obviously going to try for a one-stop strategy. And I can't really make any other setup changes to the car apart from add a bit more front wing. So let's see how this does. do it. Let's give it some race. So 5 red lights. Let's make an awesome start like I'm so good at doing. And away we go. And we've jumped Albon. However, we're going to let Bottas past and Vettel. That was a bit poor. Should have maybe got my elbows out a bit there, but to be honest...
You're pushing too hard. It's causing your gearbox to take increased wear.
Oh God, here comes Jeff straight away telling me about the knackered gearbox. Yes, we know the gearbox is on its last legs, Jeff. We don't really need it to do a lot. It's just got to go however long I'm in this race for.
Caution.
Science is out of the race, and we've got a VSC.
And maintain a positive delta. Okay, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
Too fast. Gotta do this slowing down business. I hate virtual safety cars. I hate this driving to a delta thing. I'm really bad at it. Oh, I'm nearly a second slow now. And then all of a sudden I'm in the red again. And I'm going to get penalised. Make your mind up. So confusing. And look. Delta yo-yos all over the place.
We're looking at some gearbox wear, trying to keep your number of shifts to a minimum. VSC
That's
ending, we're
not
going green.
exactly something that's possible, Jeff.
Until the green flags.
Because you know what circuit we're on, Monaco. A lot of gear changes on Monaco because there's a lot of slow speed to a lot of acceleration zones. So this is probably the worst circuit in the world to try and keep gear shifts to a minimum. Still got Albon crawling all over me.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to
Use the overtake button more. Okay. Must admit, I don't really know where to deploy ERS on this circuit. I didn't really fully commit to the ERS program. I literally drove the whole lap without using any overtake button. So, in fact, most of my practice programs in practice, I didn't use any overtake button, any different engine modes, just left it in the car in standard.
Engine is looking a little worn. Power output will be less than optimal.
What are you on about, Jeff? Apart from like 2 components, it's a brand new engine.
Hamilton's out in front.
Good on, Lewis. I don't know if the video is actually stuttering or whether it's just stuttering for me in Vegas. I'll have to check the video after I've rendered it, but whilst I'm trying to record this commentary, it's really annoying me that the video keeps stuttering and jumping in the preview window of Vegas. I don't know why that is. CPU usage is a little bit high on my PC at the minute. Keeps getting a little bit spiky in Vegas. I'm still running in 5th place. Good. So, not lost or gained anything from the start, really.
We're leading our teammate by 3.2 seconds.
The field tends to stay fairly closely bunched at this race.
Our gap to the car in front is
Yeah, the leaders are getting away from me a little bit, but everybody behind me is pretty close together. I mean, you would imagine the Mercs to get away, and maybe Vettel, maybe Verstappen in the Red Bull. You'd expect them to like just drive off into the distance. A bit dark and gloomy. I hope we don't get any rain. Forgot to check the forecast before the race, see what the actual plan was. My strategy for the race is to do a single stop onto medium tyres at some point, and that's it. That's the only thing I'm doing. Softs to medium, that's it. I don't plan on any other strategy.
Keep pushing. We think the car ahead has been using a lot of fuel and may have to dial their engine down.
Right, okay. So Vettel's been using a lot of rich mix. Bit like me. I've been using rich mix so far this whole race, but then again, I took plenty of laps of extra fuel to allow myself the option to do that. Not that it's helping me, because he's like 6 seconds up the road, nearly 7. I'm certainly not going to catch him. But the main thing for me is to hold station. Again, we don't want to get overtaken. If we can stay where we are, you know, 5th place is good points. Good points for the team. You know, we just want good result first season. You know, best of the rest. Best of the midfield teams, you know, kind of thing. And then second season, maybe look to go on the offensive a bit more. Try to get a few more podiums and a few more races. Maybe even challenge for a couple of race wins or something. First season, it's all about, for me, getting that chassis. Getting that chassis sorted out, getting that weight off, getting those 32 kilos that we are overweight, getting those 32 kilos off the car, get us as light as the Mercedes, and also then get us some downforce and reduce the drag. Because, like I say, powertrain-wise, our engine is the best in the field, according to the charts.
We pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
I won't, Jeff. I'll be running on standard nicks very soon. Wonder when Bottas is on the medium tyres. He's probably going to go quite long in this first stint. And Vettel's on softs. So when's Vettel going to box? such a tough race, this. It requires so much concentration. It's another reason why I don't like racing this circuit. Because you've got to have your brain switched on the whole time, and I find that very exhausting. Jeff's having a bit of trouble telling me what he's trying to tell me. The audio's a bit glitched, I think. Codemasters did a patch at the beginning of the week, and I don't think it's really improved the performance side of the game much. I'm still noticing a lot of stuttering and some freezing. I mean, that could also be down to the fact that I've been a bit of an idiot and installed the game on the exact same hard drive that I use to record the footage on when I'm game capturing. So recording to the same drive that you're playing the game from is probably not the smartest move in the world, but we've done 10 laps now. When are the guys... When's Hamilton boxing, and when will Vettel be boxing for new rubber? Certainly not this lap.
Hamilton's in first place. Gap to teammate behind is 3.3 seconds.
Okay.
Bottas has just moved into first place.
Because Verstappen's pitted. Vettel looks like he's pitted. Bottas has overtaken Hamilton, who's probably pitted, I'm going to guess. Maybe.
Understood, stopping this lap.
Oh, I think I'm going to pit as well. I've got Verstappen right behind me. Oh, God, Lord. Max crash waiting to happen. He's right behind me. And Max has crashed!
Okay, gap ahead is 7.3 seconds.
He
Safety
actually
car deployed.
crashed.
The safety car has been deployed.
And we've got a full safety
Some
car.
information on Verstappen. It looks like the problem is terminal. They're
It
retiring the car.
certainly is. He lost it and slid into the wall. And Kvyat went straight into the back of Verstappen. So that's both of those guys out of the race.
Roman is in the pits. Release, release.
Lewis is out of the session. He's crashed too.
Look after these tyres now.
Oh
We're
my,
gonna
that's
finish the race race on
cars
this
that have just
compound.
binned it on the same lap.
The safety car is waiting for the leader. You may overtake it. Overtake the safety car.
Certainly am overtaking it, Jeff. So, is that right? Billy Bottas is leading the race from Lance Stroll from me. I am up into P3 at this moment in time. Because of the DNFs of Hamilton and Verstappen. I wonder if Hamilton's just completely overcooked it somewhere. He's come out of the pits on medium tyres and he's perhaps pushed a little bit too hard somewhere, and he's hit the wall, which will definitely kill your car. I've got to catch the safety car queue now, so I get to race around the track like a loony person, trying to catch up with the safety car. Yeah, that seems safe, doesn't it? I'm running on lean mix as well to try and save some fuel. So again, once we do get the green flag, I can smack it up into a bit of rich mix. Get a bit of a power boost. George Russell behind me in the Williams. Oh, Williams is running a P4. Oh my lord, everybody. What has gone on in this Monaco Grand Prix? Where Williams is 4th place. And I've caught the 2 Mercedes. So we are now in the safety car queue. Behind the 2 Mercedes. I know technically one of them's running a pink livery, but they are both Mercedes cars. They are identical. So what are the chances of me overtaking Stroll? How is the Haas compared to the Tracing Point? I don't suppose I'm not gonna get Bottas, because Bottas will as soon as it's green he'll just freaking drive off into the distance. But casual Stroll here, he might be worth overtaking or having a bit of a run at if I can. Might be see if we can get into a second place finish. Second place. Got George Russell behind me and Lando Norris. So Lando's come up the field well as well. He's been going about his afternoon's work very steadily, taking advantage of these safety cars and stuff to recover from his shocking qualifying position. Wonder where the Ferrari boys are. They must be well down the order. The safety car coming in this lap would be nice.
Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field
Okey
accelerates,
dokey.
remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety car in this lap.
We want to get after this tracing point then. Let's use ERS and let's use
Okay, the
Ridge
incident
Mix.
has been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed.
See if we can't give Stroll a bit of some pressure. See if we can't get an overtake. However, I'm struggling on these medium tyres because they've gone cold. They've definitely gone cold under the safety car. Gonna take me a lap or two to warm them back up. Not great because that's letting Stroll and Bottas get away from me. Because I don't have a lot of ERS, I can't deploy a lot over a lap because I can't harvest it quick enough. Seems. Bottas has set the fastest lap.
Just so you know, we're getting some strange readings from a couple of the sensors. I don't think you need to be worried. It's just some bad data, so keep doing what you're doing, and I'll let you know if we notice any genuine problems.
Okay, Jeff, you stay on it. Please, car, don't fall apart. Because you know I'm having a good race here.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS.
The one time I'm
DRS
actually
is now
doing well at
live.
Monaco, and you're potentially telling me there's issues with sensors on the car and stuff. I'll be really annoyed if the car fails. I will. I'll be annoyed because I'm driving well. Certainly well for me round this track. I think this is the best I've ever done on this circuit. We're in P3, we're in a podium place, so, you know, that doesn't happen to me around Monaco. And literally just got that tracing point in front of me. Billy Bottas has pitted. Billy Bottas is in the pits. We are now up into P2. Lance Stroll is leading the Monaco Grand Prix, everybody. Makes you wonder then, was that might have been Billy Bottas's first stop, because he started on mediums. That might be his first actual stop of the race. Obviously casual Stroll here.
Okay, box, box, box. We're adjusting the strategy. Come in this lap.
No, we're not adjusting any strategy, Jeff. We are staying on a one stop. We are staying on these medium tyres. There is no reason to box, Jeff. We've got the tracing point in front of us. And he's not getting away from me. No. Let's just stay here and see what happens. Grosjean is now moved up into P3 behind me. Got two Haas cars in the podium places at the minute, folks. That definitely tells you this is a strange race. If Grosjean can be this high up the field, then there is definitely something weird going on in this race. There's definitely been some shenanigans. Of course, it helps when, like, some of the top runners have already bailed out of the race, like Lewis, Verstappen, Sainz. They're already DNF'd. Casual Stroll is in the pits. We are now leading the Monaco Grand Prix. This is unbelievable. I have never ever led a Monaco Grand Prix in this game or any of the Formula 1 games because I suck at this circuit. Yet here I am, leading. And I don't need to stop. I don't need to pit again. I can go to the end. Oh, we could be going for back-to-back wins. Wouldn't that be unreal? We managed to win 2 races back-to-back at the start of this European season. And even Grosjean is in P2. A Haas 1-2 at Monaco. That is some kind of fairy tale. Gunther Steiner will be very happy with that. He's got to be... Oh, he's got to be bouncing up and down on the pit wall.
Gap to
With
teammate
joy
behind is
at how well we are...
2.8 seconds.
How we've looked into this race, really, with the... again, with the crashes, the safety car, the VS safety cars. It's definitely shaken this grid up a bit, hasn't it? The only thing I am now slightly concerned of is the fact that Grosjean's trying to close up on me. Is my teammate going to race me? I would hope not. My teammate's only a second behind me now. Or a second and a half. He's gonna be catching up with me very soon. He's gonna start putting pressure on me. That could be bad. We don't need to be battling. Maybe the team should be on the radio to him, telling him to hold station. You know, we've got a 1-2 here. Let's not do anything stupid like, you know, Haas have been famously known for in the past. You know, their cars have been used to crashing into one another. When, you know, Magnussen and Grosjean start to get on the same bit of track as each other. I'm hoping Grosjean isn't going to crash into me. Please. Can we not keep the team alive? If I'm pitting again, I'm just going to set my MFD up just in case we get a late safety car or something. I'm going to make sure I box and put on soft tyres. Just make sure I use the option to make sure make sure I also turn off the automatic wing change. I don't want them changing my front wing in the pits. I mean, we shouldn't have to pit again, but you never know. Monaco's a circuit where anything could happen. Get a safety car or a VSC at any moment, and then it might be worth boxing and putting on a set of soft tyres. We're good in the sense that we do have a brand new set of softs. A brand new set that's done no laps at all. So if I was to box now, I would be able to go to the end on the soft tyres. But I'm hoping we don't have to box. I'm just preparing myself just in case there's any late developments in this race with safety cars or virtual safety cars. Because again, if we get a situation like Barcelona where a safety car is triggered and I am near the pits, I will dive in. No. I will make the decision to come in. You know, if we round that last corner and a safety car gets thrown, if obviously I'm past the pit lane and halfway around the lap, then it's a different story. It might not be worth coming in. What's going on with my gearbox? I thought I was having some gear upshift issues then. It wouldn't surprise me if the gearbox is on its last legs. It's done, like I say, it's done. This is its 7th race, and it's only supposed to do 6. So I've kind of asked a lot of it. It did qualifying as well. So it's done more than it was supposed to do. That doesn't sound healthy. Oh, it's not upshifting. My gearbox has gone. And Grosjean's swarming all over me. Grosjean, Roman, hold station. No, he's passed. Oh. Oh, bloody Gearbox. I was winning this race.
It'll need replacing if it takes too much damage.
I was going to win this race, but now it looks like I might not finish it because my gearbox has now officially died. Okay, I've got a bit of breathing room because Danny Ricks had to pit. So got a bit of gap, got a 6-second gap to Gasly behind us.
At a rate of about 2 seconds a lap.
I've lost all the mid gears. All my mid gears are not they're struggling to upshift. I'm going to be revving the hell out of the engine as well, so I'm going to be wearing engine parts because I'm going to be revving too much. Can't shift. This is the point where people were saying if you was playing with manual gears, you could just keep the car in a higher gear and not have that problem. Trouble is, I don't play with manual gears. I play with auto because, you know, I'm a noob when it comes to Formula 1 games. I don't do shifting. I don't do gears. My old Logitech Driving Force GT wheel doesn't really have the flappy paddle shifters to do manual gears. I'm sure if I upgraded to a G923 though, that will have flappy paddles, and then it's something I can look at learning how to do manual gears. Honestly, this game's so quick, there's no way I could react to changing gears the number of times that you need to change gears in a Formula 1 car. I'm human, you know, at the end of the day. I'm just a measly human. I'm not one of these super F1 driver being people. You know, I can't be doing all the gear shifting up and down like they doing the whole time. I have enough trouble pressing the brake and the accelerator pedal.
At the moment, the car behind us is lapping faster than us by
You're
around
not throwing
1
in
second
more
per lap.
variables that I have to manage. Yeah, Gasly's in third place ahead of Vettel. That's impressive. The AlphaTauri is in third place. Ahead of the Ferrari. The car seems to be shifting okay again now though. It seems like my gearbox gremlins have gone away. having a little bit of an understeering issue because I've suffered a little bit of front wing damage. When Grosjean overtook me, he must have made a little bit of contact. Because Jeff came on the radio straight after Grosjean passed me and said, mind that front wing. Six laps to go. Still first and second in this Grand Prix as a team. Grosjean's 6 seconds ahead of me now. He's pulled a massive gap in such a short time. But, you know, he's probably not got a 7-race old gearbox giving him a headache. He's probably not using engine parts that have done 7 races as well. Because I'm certainly using some Unit 1 parts. Oh, came close to putting it in the wall there. That's cost me some time. Gasly's right on me now. Closely followed by Vettel and Perez. There's about 6 cars there in a queue that would just love to overtake me. Need to find a way to stop them. Hey, why don't I just drive really slowly through here? And if anybody behind me is not paying attention, they're going to crash into one another. That's a bad, you know, that's bad sportsmanship really. But you know what? It's Michael Schumacher. He'll do it. You know? Put them into one another's path. Oh, thought Gasly was making a move then. He might be slightly compromised, and Vettel might now have a run at him down here. With the DRS, the Ferrari has got past the AlphaTauri. So now Vettel is going to be the one chasing after me. Again, I'm just gonna slow everybody up into that corner. I think it worked.
Virtual safety car, virtual safety car. Reduce speed immediately and keep a positive delta.
It did! It did work. Vettel is out of the race. Perez or Gasly must have ran into him. Ah, that's brilliant. And Charles Leclerc is out of the race too. That's a double DNF for Ferrari. I know, I shouldn't laugh, because that's obviously very poor driving from me to basically create a roadblock. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to get second place in this Grand Prix. Anything I can do to keep them cars behind me,
is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag.
I'm gonna do.
VSC ending. Wait for green.
I've got Billy Bottas behind me now.
Green flag.
15 odd seconds. With 4 laps to go. We'll see. We'll see what happens when he catches me. What sort of games am I going to have to play to keep the Mercedes behind me? I mean, Grosjean at this point in time is 17 seconds up
There's
the
4
road.
laps of fuel remaining.
He's pretty much won this race, providing his car doesn't fail and he doesn't put it in the wall. So, for the team, great result so far. I've just got to make sure I try and deliver my end of the deal now by getting the most points that I can get. So Billy Bottas must be kept behind us at all costs. If I need to park this car in the middle of a corner, force him to drive into a wall to avoid me, then I will do it.
The gap behind us is 6.4 seconds.
Gee, 6.4. He was 15 seconds a minute ago. He's took like 9 seconds out of me in one lap. I must admit though, I am quite slow. I am running lean mix as well, I think, at this point in the race. For no reason, then I'm just trying to save the engine wear a little bit by keeping the engine temps down and that. Obviously, the minute I see a Mercedes in my rearview mirror, I'll be turning the engine back up again.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Where's Billy Bottas? Billy Bottas is now in the rearview mirror on lap 38, the penultimate lap. And Billy Bottas is there.
Fuel is looking really
This is
good.
tense.
You're managing it well.
Last race it was Lewis trying to spoil my great performance. This race it's Billy Bottas. Please don't overtake me, Billy Bottas.
This is your final lap.
Let Haas
Final lap of the race.
have its first and probably only 1-2 finish in its history at this circuit. Come on, this is a special day today. You know, the stars and circumstances have aligned in such a way that Haas have overachieved, and I certainly have, because I didn't expect to still be in this race on the last lap, and I certainly didn't expect to be in second place. I expected to get mullered and munted, you know, on this. You know, I expected to be fully marmalised in this race, and yet it's actually gone far better than I ever could have dreamed. Roman's taken the checkered flag, so he's won 27 seconds. 27 seconds up the road. I'm just a rolling roadblock at this point.
Can't complain
I'm
about
not
that one.
quick,
That was an
but you
excellent
can't
drive.
pass on this circuit, so I'm not being overtaken by anybody. Driver of the day is Nicholas Latifi. Well, unfortunately, Nicholas, you don't get any points for that in the rivalry.
Great work from the Haas team. They take a famous win here today. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
There aren't many teams, you know, as they come out onto the podium now, who could do what Haas have managed to accomplish here. It's hard to believe just how competitive they've already become. An amazing victory.
Probably would have been my victory had I not had the gearbox issue. Because that's the only reason why Roman overtook me, was because my gearbox was playing up at that crucial moment. I couldn't shift up.
And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table.
Couldn't
It's a
shift
great
into the
result for
high
Lewis
gears.
Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Let's focus on
Does
the
he?
driver of the day, Anthony
I'd like
Davidson.
to know how he manages
Who do you
that when he
pick?
didn't
Nicholas
finish.
Latifi gets my vote today.
Let's move on to the Constructors. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Another team that excelled today was Williams, who make further progress up the table. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in
Terminal
store for us
damage,
next
terminal
time.
damage,
Be sure
terminal
to join us
damage,
again
terminal
as we
damage,
continue to bring you
terminal
the
damage.
latest excitement
So
in
everybody
Formula One.
crashed. Everybody who didn't finish the race did so because they crashed, not because of failures. Because they crashed.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. Your team secured the top 2 positions. Is it safe to say you're a winning combination?
For now, yes. I would still like to see them replace Roman.
You were cutting your way through the field during the race.
It wasn't really. I kind of was in the same spot for the whole race. It's just that everybody around me failed to finish.
Your rival for a bit, but you came out on top, didn't you?
Things were never close between me and Latifi, but you know, we'll play the we'll just play the sensible game here, and not do anything to jeopardise negative acclaim.
We all underestimated you, didn't we?
You did, but everyone is allowed one mistake. No, you underestimate the team.
Great.
Trying to get my acclaim heading in the right direction here, because again, the target now is to hit level 8 before contract renewal comes up. If I can get to level 8, then I can demand quite a lot of money, and then I can take some extra driver perks, which will definitely be of benefit to me, and particularly the one that enables us to have more research points per week to reinvest back in the car. Right, rear floor under tray is complete, and a couple of the other bits on the chassis. Very nice. Let's have a look at the right, we're going to fit all our bits. Yep, I'm going to order us a new gearbox for Baku. Say 42 days before my contract comes up. Currently worth 2.5 million. Hopefully can get that up a bit higher. Going to go for I think we're going to take balance tyres to Baku. Softs might no, yeah, balance maybe. Right, upgrades. Let's do the hydraulics. Weight redistribution of the hydraulic system. Again, get the balance of the car better. That's about all we can do at the minute till some more stuff comes in. And I don't really have a lot of points left, only 271, so we need to wait now until after practice.
You're not currently in a rivalry.
Good thing is nothing's failed on the car.
Consider to be your rival. Think carefully who you select, as while you will receive acclaim for beating them, you'll lose acclaim if you fail to do so.
None of our R&D failed, which is great. So we've got loads of upgrades fitted to the car then for Baku. But we can't start anything new until after Baku because we don't have any points now. But that's how it goes. Like I say, thoroughly delighted with this Monaco Grand Prix. Completely above my expectations. If you've enjoyed the video, folks, please go ahead, click that like button. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments in the section below. And I'll see you all again very soon with the next video in the series. Goodbye for now, folks.